listen. Join the wave. It's the real stuff, mom. 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 Up, K Squad. Honestly, what's up, guys? I woke up in a good mood. Honestly, I'm in a good spirit. I just pray and just thank God for keeping me. And honestly, I just pray and thank God for keeping y'all. It's 6:11 a.m. Rise and shine, rise and grind. Go get that paper, go get that money, go get that cheddar, go get whatever you call it, go get that cheese, you heard? I'm just so grateful to see another day, guys. Honestly, I was knocked out. I got some good rest because I was sleepy. Your girl had an amazing weekend, and honestly, I'm just trying to have an amazing week. It takes a lot to get up and go to work and just be motivated and continue to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just so grateful to be able to do it. And honestly, guys, I'm just in grind mode right now. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come on here and motivate somebody to tell y'all, like, yo, get in grind mode. You know what I'm saying? Get in grind mode and don't give up. Get in grind mode and don't give up. You know what I'm saying? It's story time. About, like, the last 4 years of my life since becoming a first-time mom. Let me start right before having Cairo. So prior to having Cairo, for those of you who are new, I was in a long-term relationship and I lived in North Carolina. I had my own house, my own car, working for the government. Like, all these things saved up enough to have Cairo and was on the move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thought I had this thing going. American dream. 2019, where I had Cairo. After I had Cairo, life just went crazy. Like, it just spiraled. In 2020, Cairo, their mom, ended up moving. And then she became a less than part-time parent. I ended up trying to figure out how to do this parenting thing on my own for the first time. And then the pandemic happened. Obviously, there was no work, but I still had to be a mom to this little baby full-time. And so it was just like, what do I do next? And thank God I had unemployment to last me for a little bit, but then that was over. 2021, my mom gets sick. My mom literally, so for people who have been rocking with me for a long time now, so my mom was very sick. She actually almost passed away if I didn't like get her the help that she needed. She didn't even know she needed. But me being a daughter that I am, I went crazy because I just seen my mom spiraling downhill and I caught it, you know what I'm saying, right before time, literally. And so like now, my mom was sick. My son was only a few months. No, my son was like 1 year old. This is around the time I went back to school because I had to, unemployment had ended. So I'm like, yo, what am I going to do? And I could stay a barber because it's allowed me to like, be flexible with my schedule. But long term, I want something better for myself. And I want a schedule that's going to allow me to be like, able to see my son reach his milestones and also be able to like have him in school while I'm at work so that when I get off work, he's getting over school and I don't have to worry about all of the extra childcare stuff. So I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? I ended up going to school, being my mom's caregiver, being my son's mother full-time, working as a barber. And so this time was a trying time in my life, guys. I used to cry on my way to work, cry on my way home, cry at night. And like to see your mom like damn near brain, you know what I'm saying, going, and then she's like a kid again, really, like washing her, bathing her, eating, feeding her, teaching her times, trying to help her remember stuff. Like, while my son is a baby learning, he can't talk, he's trying to learn how to walk, he's trying to learn how to do things for himself, like, and I'm doing all of these things for the first time. Like, my mom was never sick before like that. My son was, I never had a son, I never had a kid before, so I'm learning, bro. And then I was learning in school so that I could become a better person still while trying to be financially stable. And like, when I tell y'all, like, I just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and I'm trying not to get emotional. Oh my God, chill. While that was happening, I was still being a girlfriend as well, bro. And I thank Shamir for being by my side through all of those things that I didn't even expect to happen. While all of that was happening, there was one other person in my house at the time, and that was my stepdad. I don't know what was going on with him, but mentally he was spiraling out of control himself, and like he was on some meds that had some side effects, and whatever happened, and like he was losing it. Like literally, like I had to scrub bowel movement off the walls. Like he was just doing a lot of weird stuff. He ended up being a very disgusting person and trying to molest my son. So that happened while I was on camera. Like, that's a whole nother story time. Again, comment down in the comment section below if y'all want to hear that story time, if you haven't already heard it. I'm not sure if I explained it, but anyways, long story short, I caught him on camera. And so that was a whole situation. Mind you, all while being a caregiver, being a mom, being in school, trying to stay financially stable, and this happens. Like, and so, like, I swear, guys, I felt like I was gonna die. Like, I was like, yo, this can't be life. Like, what is going wrong? Like, what is going on? To be honest, like, I don't know where else to go, what direction to turn. And I just knew that if I gave up, guys, before Cairo, I used to give up on everything, bro. Like, if I was discouraged, like, I was gonna quit. I don't know what it was. I'm telling y'all, like, so for those of you who be saying, like, I want a kid, but I don't know, like, yo, when you have your kid, it's something about that kid that's gonna give you the superpowers of a superhero. Like, I could not give up, bro. I just kept fighting, like, and I was tired. I had so many sleepless nights. I did not know when I was gonna, like, pass out, because I just knew that, like, yo, I think I'm gonna freaking croak. Like, but I said, yo, the last thing I'm doing is giving up, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get out of this situation if I do. So then 2022 comes, and my mom is starting to, like, you know, try to get better. And we fighting. She's in physical therapy. Like, for those of you who've been rocking with me, again, y'all know me. I was now, since my mom was getting better, I was now working. I was doing an internship. I was in school, and still trying to make sure that my son and my mom was good. Again, life was just crazy. It got very difficult, because these was my last couple of semesters in school, so you know it was just crazy. But I was pushing, and then 2023 came, baby, and I got my degree. And I'm sorry, yeah, my son was thriving in school, and he was able to no longer have to, like, I didn't have to pay for childcare, because he was school, you know, he was in a free 3K program. My mom is completely, like, you know, she's better, thank God, and she's able to do for herself. And I ended up getting my license in social work and landed my career job. And honestly, I don't know, but if I can motivate you, I just want to tell you to keep pushing, no matter what life throws your way, and no matter how far you, how much you think you cannot handle. If you believe in the higher being, trust me, there's nothing that he won't let you get through. And if you a mom, if you a parent, just know that, like, when you look at your kids, that should be your biggest motivation. And honestly, Cairo was mine. And I thank God. God knew that I needed a kid, because if I didn't have a kid during that time, I know I would have gave up, and I don't know where I would have been right now. But I say all of this to say two things. One, don't ever give up. And two, it's okay to be humble, but always still pat yourself on the back, because a lot of times I look at myself and I'm like, yo, why am I like struggling sometimes? And I'm like, girl, you just started this job, like, you're not even a year in yet. You've been through so much where you had to use credit cards and use all of these things so that you could self-sustain. And the things that I do for my son now, guys, he truly deserves it. And as a mom, I feel like, listen, while he has his own room, I have my own room, and we live in a big enough space. I want to make sure that, yo, as a parent, bro, when you see all these things happening, my kid was too young to even realize what was going on with him. When you see all of these things happening to your kid, you feel like you owe them the world. Like, I feel like I let him down so many times that I just can't stop. I can't help myself. I want to give him whatever it is that he wants. And I always want to see my baby happy. So I go hard to do the things that I do for him. But when it comes to, like, my credit card debt for real and my student loans and stuff, that has nothing to do with Cairo. That has accumulated from COVID and, like, from me trying to struggle through life while I was getting through school. And so, like, I just started working my job not too many months ago. Like, I'm trying to catch up. And so I have to remind myself constantly, like, to still don't give up and keep pushing. Like, this is not going to look like it look right now in 3 years. It's going to look 10 times better. Like, you just have to find a plan and come up with a realistic plan and know that life be lifing, but yo, the storm don't last forever. And the average person takes time to get their stuff in order, especially after landing their career. It takes time. After having student loans, after having credit card debt, like, it takes time. And so you have to understand that your timeline may not look like everybody else's, but you know where you're going, and you know that you're not going to give up. And I may not look like what I've been through, and I'm damn sure don't look like where I'm going, but I know for a fact y'all gonna see me on here one day, and I'm going to share my testimony and let y'all know, like, we great, and I'm amazing. I'm doing amazing. And even today, I tell you now, I'm doing amazing. Like, I wake up every day and go to a job that I dreamed of going to since I was a kid. And it has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with passion. I love what I do. And I know it's God. I know that I deserve it. And I try not to think about my losses so much. And instead, I think about the fact that, like, yo, my son gets to go to school. When they ask what his mom is, he get to say a social worker. Like, nobody in my, like, that's a whole nother story time. If y'all know where I come from, y'all would. Anyways, like I said, if you want more about Kay, comment in the comment section below. But I just wanted to tell y'all about weathering the storm. You know what I'm saying? Get up and grind and don't let the storm weather you. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all. Like always, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend that your girl's on a journey to 10K. K Squad!